Okay, hi, welcome. Let's go ahead and get started. To begin, can you tell me your name?
My name is Sam Park, and my Korean name is Jung Park.
Okay. Can you spell your name, first and last name?
My Korean name,
Yeah.
my Korean name is Jeongna. Jung. Yeah.
Okay. And you have an English name also?
Yeah. My English name is Sam Park.
Sam, okay.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Are you working or studying right now, Sam?
I am none of them.
Okay.
I'm looking for a job
Okay.
because last year I graduated from Sungkyungan University.
Okay.
And I'm looking for a job recently, but the market in Korea is not that good right now, so I don't have any job right now.
Understandable. What did you study in university?
My major is psychology, and I majored psychology because I wanted to be a profiler before, because I'm a big fan of Sherlock Holmes, but then it was different from what I thought, so I regret it.
Okay. Good. And what is your hometown?
My hometown? My hometown is in Korea, Changwon. Yeah, I was born there.
Can you tell me about Changwon?
Changwon is a place next to Busan. So people are the Busan is more popular than Changwon. However, Changwon is popular with the cherry blossom. You know, there's a very long trail road, the full of cherry blossom during during spring. Yeah.
Okay, sounds like a nice place. And what do you like to do in your free time?
Free time. I like to watch Netflix and listen to a lot of music.
Okay. What kind of music do you like?
I like hip hop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like hip hop.
All right, now we're going to talk about clothes.
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite color of clothes?
My favorite color is green because it suits me a lot, and I like the color of green because I like nature, and green is a color of nature, so that's my favorite color.
And what kind of clothes do you never wear?
Never. Black and white clothes,
Okay.
like mix of black and white, because I like colors a lot, so if there is no color in it, I don't like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of clothes do you usually wear?
I usually brown or green.
Okay.
Yeah. As I said earlier, I like nature. So and brown and green is a color of nature. So I really like those colors.
Okay. Good. One more question. Do you wear the same style of clothes on a weekday and a weekend?
It doesn't depend on weekdays or weekends because it depends on whom I meet. Like if I'm meeting a person who's much older than me, then I will wear a more polite clothes. But if I'm meeting friends that are younger or about same age with me, then I wear some kind of like a hip hop clothes. Yeah.
Sure, sure. All right, good. Very nice start. Now we can move on to part two.
Okay.
So in part two, you get a topic and you get 1 minute to prepare. This is your topic. You can take notes to prepare or any way that you would like. Here's a pencil. Just set a timer, and in a minute we can start. Okay, and that is a minute. So, in this part, you're going to describe an energetic person you know, and you want to say who the person is, how you know this person, why you think they are energetic, and explain how you feel about this person. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
So the energetic person that I know is Tony Stark. I know Tony Stark from the movie called Iron Man. There are a series of Iron Man 1, 2, 3, but I'm a big fan of Tony Stark in the movie. The reason why I think Tony Stark is energetic is first of all, I saw him dancing while he's working, And I think it's really hard to dance and enjoy enjoy his work when it comes to making money. So I thought he's very energetic. And second of all, I consider him energetic when he's dealing with the villains. Like I never saw him being depressed or very how to say sad about when the um, villains were overtaking him. So I consider him as energetic. And what I feel about him is that he's very confident about himself and he's very cool and very independent person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Just a couple of follow-ups about Tony Stark. Do you know any other movies or shows that he has been in besides Iron Man?
Um, I never seen him in any other movies other than Avengers or Iron Man.
Avengers and
Yeah.
Iron Man? Okay. What kind of clothes does he usually wear?
Suits.
Suits?
Yeah.
Like a business suit?
Yeah, business suits.
Yeah. Is he a sharp dresser, a good dresser?
He's a good. Oh no, he doesn't wear suits. He wear jeans and t-shirts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So casual clothes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, we can move on to part 3. First question. What kinds of jobs need a lot of physical work?
Mm. Mm. For me, I think jobs such as cameraman needs a lot of physical work because what I know about camera is that it's really heavy. I heard it's about 5 kilograms, but they're holding it on their shoulders for about 12 hours, at least 12 hours. I think that requires a lot of physical work.
Sure. And what's the difference between the payment for physical work and that for brain work?
Oh, I think brain work should be paid more than the physical work because brain work requires a lot of time to be, how to say, professional in the job field. However, physical work doesn't really take a lot of time to be professional in that work field.
Okay.
So,
Why does it not take as much time?
because for the physical work, if they go to gym and work for a month, work out for a month, they can be very strong and get a lot of muscles. But the brain work, they require a lot of at least 1 year to study in the field. For example, for me, I studied for how to say 3 years, about 12 years. I studied 12 years. So I think it is more valuable than the physical work.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And can physical workers receive higher salaries in the future?
In the future, maybe. Maybe about maybe 70%. I'm 70% sure because recently there is a digital transformation going on very fast. So the AI can be more useful in the future than human's brain. So I think in the future maybe physical work can be more paid off.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think machines could replace human workers in the future?
Not all of them, but maybe 50%. For example, like the work such as that requires creativity, that then robots cannot replace humans. However, if it's not the creativity per se, if it comes to such as like Excel or typing, just like simple works, then robots can replace human.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, really nicely done. We've come to the
really?
end.
Oh, really?
Come to the end.
Okay.
So I think you did a really nice job there. So now we can go into some of the things to work on. And remember, the IELTS is scored on 4 categories. So there's fluency and coherence, there's pronunciation, then there's vocabulary and grammar. In terms of both fluency and pronunciation, you really have no problems. You speak with only natural pauses occasionally as you're looking for a word. And your pronunciation of single words is very good. And your sentences have a rhythm. So both of those categories are really good. In terms of vocabulary and grammar, it's also really good. I was writing down a lot, but there's nothing to worry about. But those would be the two areas to, if you wanted to move up at all. And we can take a look at a couple of things to think about. There's not one single error. Because you did really well in the test, it's a little small thing here and a small thing there. One part in part one, when you were talking about your studying, you switched a little bit back and forth between the present and the past tense. It was mostly in the past tense, and then a few verbs. There was an is, but it's important in those questions about the past to keep all of your verbs in the past tense. So keep on that. Keep in mind of that. There were small things about subject-verb agreement too. I think at one point you said it doesn't depends on, but we want to remember that it depends. It depends. And really minor things around word order. As you were talking about your hometown, you mentioned that it was very popular with cherry blossoms. We'd actually want to reverse those two. We want to say that cherry blossoms are really popular. Yeah. So just sort of minor things. And the similar things in part two and part three. The other point might be developing your answers just a little bit more. As you get into those higher IELTS bands, you want to give slightly longer answers. Part two was a good answer, but I could tell that at the after we got past a minute, you started to run out of things to say. The only thing to do to hit the 2 minutes is to just practice over and over again.
To give more details.
To give just a little bit more detail. But it was a really well-structured answer. You started with describing who the person was and then got more detailed. So I could follow along, and again, with good pronunciation and good fluency, it was good. Within that part two answer, there were a couple of times where I think you were looking for an adjective.
Yeah, true.
So,
it was so hard.
at that higher end of vocabulary, the thing to work on is just expanding the range of adjectives that you can call to mind in a test situation. But overall, I thought it was a really good test. Part three was also, it was like good answers that could have been slightly more developed. But overall really nice. And these grammar and vocabulary points are very small. So
thank you.
well done, and thank you for coming in today.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Yeah.